Hey guys, Chavez here. I know it feels like it's been a long time. I mean, I guess it has, right? A week is a long time in my opinion. So yeah, let's. Hopefully everyone is safe. I hope that you are safe, guys. If you or your family need assistance, please reach out to someone. Reach out to me. Reach out to admin. Reach out to our school. I will try to do whatever it takes to help. If you guys need some water or food, let me know. And I have no problem driving. To anywhere, driving into town and delivering food or delivering water. That's what we're here for, right? To help each other out. So if you guys need assistance, please reach out, guys. I have no problem driving. Let admin know, let counselors know, let someone know that you need assistance, and we'll help you out. All right, guys. Let's see if we can get back into the thing. Back into this, we're going to be doing something called law of signs. You should have been exposed to law of signs in geometry the first time around. If you remember, we first started off by, well, the last thing we did was, besides the exam, the last thing we did was we solved for area of a triangle. So area of this specific triangle right here is 1/2 BC sine A, but that's not the only area formula. I could use angle B here and use sides A and C. So I could rewrite area of this triangle as 1/2 AC sine B. And I could also rewrite the area of this triangle using angle C here, and it would be 1/2 AB sine C. So all three of those formulas will give us the area of this triangle here, guys. I'm going to call this Formula 1, I'm going to call this Formula 2, call this Formula 3. I may reference it 1, 2, 3, or you know what, I don't even know why I wrote 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to write it out right now anyways. So let's go ahead and equate all those three equations to each other since they're all equal. So I'm going to go ahead and write 1/2 BC sine A equals 1/2 AC sine B equals 1/2 AB sine C. All right, so now that we have all those three area formulas equal to each other, in order to derive the law of signs, I'm going to divide all of those three by a product, and the product is going to be the length of A, B, and C. And of course, since there's a half there, I can just say times half and get rid of the halves, right? So I'm going to go ahead and, why did I get rid of the halves, guys? Because it's still equal to each other. So if I multiply the left-hand side here, 1/2 BC sine A by 2, it's still going to be, the half goes away, and that expression still equals itself. Or, 1 BC sine A still equals AC sine B, which still equals AB sine C. You haven't changed anything because you have the equal sign and you just, it's like dividing everything by half. So the half cancels out. All right, so like I said, I'm going to divide by the product of ABC, 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 and I'm sorry that I used this blue. Okay, well, there it is. I apologize. I'll go back to red, guys. So let's delete what we can delete, right? So let's see, I'm looking at the leftmost equation here, or expression here, and I see that I can delete a B and a C, because there's a B and a C in the top. I'm just doing law of exponents. So I have sine angle A divided by little a equals, and on this one, the little a cancels out, the little c cancels out, and I have sine B, that's angle B, over little b. And then, of course, the little a cancels out, the little b cancels out, and you're going to have sine C over little c. And there it is, guys. This is what we call the law of signs. And I know maybe some of you are Googling it and you're seeing Chavez law of signs says that it's little a over sine A equals little b over sine B equals little c over sine C. Guys, they're both the same. They're the same. They're the same. All right, I think we're ready now. So we're going to use the law of signs. Now, to use the law of signs, as you can see, they got to give you two angles. But if they give you two angles, that means you know the third angle. So we're going to be doing first angle, angle, side. It's angle, angle, side. So they got to give you two angles, guys. It doesn't matter if it's angle, angle, side or angle, side, angle, but two angles have to be given. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see what's up. I'm going to write NTS for not to scale. And in this triangle, they give me angle B, 64, angle C, 38, and little b, which is 9 feet. Find the lengths of little a and little c. All right, here's my triangle, A, B, C. Angle A is, they don't give me angle A. Angle B is 64 degrees. Angle C is 38 degrees. And angle A, they don't give me angle A, but I can find it. Let's see. 64 is 62 and 40. 62 and 40, that's 102. And I know that all three angles added together in a triangle must equal how much, guys? Yeah, it has to equal 180 degrees. I don't know if you actually participated there and said 180. I can't actually hear you guys, so I can't hear you guys because it's a recording. It's on YouTube. But I hope that you participated there. If you did, kudos. That's awesome. So 180 minus 102, that's, what's that, 78 degrees? Okay, so there we go. So we got all three angles there. So now what do we got to do? So now we got to figure out where little b is. Well, angle B creates little b, so this is must be the 9 feet. Angle A creates little a, so this is little a. And angle C creates little c, so this is little c. So now I think we're ready, guys. I'm going to use my law of sines. You have to use where they give you the 9 feet, so we're going to have to be using that one first. So I'm going to write sine 64 degrees over 9 equals, and now I can do whichever one I want. I can do the sine C over little c, or I can do the sine A over little a. I like to go in alphabetical order, so I'm going to do the sine A over little a. So I'm going to write sine 78 degrees over little a. And what we're doing now is just algebra. So I'm gonna cross multiply here, guys. So I have, oh, by the way, this is a 9 and this is a little a. So sometimes my a's look like 9s there. So I'm gonna cross multiply. So I'm gonna have little a sine 64 degrees. That's a degree there. Equals 9 sine 78 degrees. And then to get little a by itself, I'm just gonna divide by sine 64. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So I'm gonna have little a equals 9 sine 78 degrees over sine 64 degrees. And if you're taking a math entrance exam to a university, you would actually just leave it alone right there. But we're going to calculate this. So let's go ahead and see what that is in Desmos. So let me take Desmos out. Oh, no, I don't want Cortana. Let's take out Desmos. Desmos. Scientific. And let's see, what do we have again? 9 sine 78 over sine 64. And I'm going to call it little a. So little a equals 9 sine 78. Oh no. 9 sine 78. And then divided by sine 64. I'm in degree mode, perfect. And there it is. 9.794 if it's truncated, 5 if it's rounded. So 9.795. So 9.795. And I need units. This will be feet. Okay. It makes sense that it's a little bit bigger than the 9 because that's 78 degrees and that was 64 degrees. So the 38 should create the smallest side. So let's find the 38 one now. I would continue using this one, guys, to find little c, because this is the one that's a perfect integer. You can still you can actually use little a, and we'll do that as a side one just in case. So here we go. I'm gonna do, what am I doing? I'm doing this. I'm doing sine a over, nope, I'm not doing sine a. I'm doing sine b over little b equals sine c over little c, and I'm using sine b over little b because that's a perfect integer. So I'm going to write sine 64 degrees over 9 equals sine 38 degrees over little c. Now, some of you maybe are saying like, hey, Chavez, what's going on? Why come you didn't do the sine a over little a? Well, I already did. All these three are equal to each other, guys. I don't have to go in this order. I could always say sine a over little a equals sine c over little c. I don't have to put that middle term there. Of course, right now I'm using this part, right? The sine b over little b equals sine c over little c. So anyways, so here we go again. Just solving for little c, I'm going to write c sine 64 degrees equals 9 sine 38 degrees. And then just divide by sine 64. So I'm just going to write little c is equal to 9 sine 38 degrees over sine 64 degrees. So let's come back to Desmos. So 9 sine 38 over sine 64. So Desmos. Enter. 9 sine 38 over sine 64. And we get 6.165. 6.165. 6.165. And a units, feet. And there it is, guys. That's a 6 there. Alright, so don't write this down, just listen. What if I would have used a 9.795? Which we could have used it. So I could have used it. I could have said, let's see, sine 78 degrees. And I'm talking about what if we would have used a 9.795 to find little c. So sine 78 degrees over 9.794 dot dot dot, because I remember it was rounded up to 5. So the dot 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 means use the exact that you have saved in the calculator or register or memory, equals sine 38 degrees over little c. So that means that little c is equal to, let's see, 9.794 dot 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 sine 38 degrees divided by sine 78. So let's see if we get the same digit per digit that we had earlier. So 9.794, remember that is little a. So let's go back and let's see if we get that. So little a, and there it is. And then I'm going to write sine, what was it? Sine 38 divided by sine 78. Okay, so little a sine 38, close, divided by sine 78. Did I say that right? And there it is, guys. Look at that. Digit per digit. It's the same. 6.164875369. Now, don't round. If you were to type in 9.795 right in the beginning. So look, I'm going to erase the A and I'm going to write 9.795. 9.795. Look, it's already off. And it gets even worse as you get further out. If you would have left it truncated with the 4, I guess that's a little better. It's at least accurate to the first 3 digits. But then, see, it's not the exact. So just make sure that we're aware of that, guys. That's a very common error, especially if you have a lot of intermediate steps. So yeah, so be aware of that. All right, so we found little a and we found little c, so we are good to go. Let's go to example 2. So this time they give us angle side angle. I just realized something, guys. Darn it, I used the same angles. Oh man, all right. Don't type out notes at 2 in the morning because that's what's going to happen. Anyways, so here we go. Triangle ABC, little a is 8, angle B is 64, angle C is 38. Find the lengths of sides B and C. Really, it's the same as the last example we just did. I apologize. I didn't even realize that I typed the same degrees. So again, oh well, that's okay. At least I changed from English units to metric units. And I didn't use the same number there. Last time it was 9, right? So I'm not to scale. I'm just doing a random triangle there. A, B, C. Again, angle B is 64 degrees. Angle C is 38 degrees. And this time they give us little a. So little a is 8 meters. This guy is little b. And then wherever angle C is, opposite of that is little c. So there you go. And it wants the other 2 side lanes, B and C. So again, we have to use sine 60. We're going to have to use angle A, but we don't know angle A. But oh yeah, we do. As soon as you got 2 of the 3, as soon as you know 2 angles of your triangles, you know the third one. So again, let's see, that's 102. So that's 78 degrees. Excuse me, guys. So now that I wrote 78 degrees, we are forced to use that. So sine 78 degrees over 8 equals, and then let's just go in alphabetical order, find the B one here. Sine 64 degrees over little b. And again, you're just going to do cross multiply, divide. So B sine 78 degrees is equal to 8 sine 64 degrees. And then divide by sine 78. So little b is equal to 8 sine 64 degrees over sine 78. If you're taking a math entrance exam, this would be okay. Let's go ahead and see what that number is. 8 sine 64 over sine 78. 8 sine 64. Let's clear all. And then I'm going to say, what letter was that? That was little b. So little b almost sounds like a rapper, right? That's how All right, anyways, little b equals, where's my equal sign? Little b equals, and 8 sine 64 over sine 78. 8 sine 64 over sine 78. And there we go, guys. So 7.351. I hope I didn't do any mistakes there. 7.351. Sine 64, sine 78, sine 64, sine 78. Yeah, everything looks good. All right. So now let's find the other one. That's B, and I need units, metric. And I'm going to find little c. I would continue using the b sine 64 over little b. I'm sorry, the sine 78 over little a, because that's a perfect integer. Yes, you can find c by using b, but I would use the one in the calculator on Desmos, the exact. So I'm going to write sine 64 degrees over, this is the third time I said that, right? Sine 78 degrees over 8, because this is exact, over, and then I want to find little c, so I'm going to write sine 38 degrees over little c. So if you cross multiply, divide, let's see, c sine 78 degrees equals 8 sine 38 degrees, and then divide by sine 78, so c equals 8 sine 38 degrees divided by sine 78, and let's see what that is. 8 sine 38 divided by sine 78. 8 sine 38 divided by sine 78. 5.035. 5.035. Little c is 5.035, and this is in meters. All right, there it is, guys. Don't write this down, just listen. Just like we said earlier, you could have used this value here. So if I would have done that, it would have been sine 64 degrees over 7.351 ... it keeps going, equals sine 38 degrees over little c. So that means little c is equal to 7.351 ... sine 38 degrees divided by sine 64. And since I have the 7.351 saved as little b, I should be able to type b sine 38 over sine 64. So let's see. B sine 38 over sine 64. And as you can see, guys, it's perfect, digit per digit. Cool, right? I think it's cool, guys. I hope you guys think it's cool too. You have a Delta Math activity. It's pretty straightforward. It's just over this. I put a few review questions, like some old stuff, but very short, very few of them, like 3 questions or 4. I can't remember. So total, you got like 9 questions, I think, 5 and 4. At most, you got 9 questions. It shouldn't take you too long, 15, 20 minutes. For those of you that don't have internet, well, I guess you're not seeing this until very late, right? So notice that the due date is not until next week. But I would, try to get to it when you get a chance, guys. And I'll have your exams ready to go by Wednesday, so you can do test corrections and all that good stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hook it up with a thumbs up if you liked it. And I guess if you didn't like it, you can always give it a thumbs down, but I prefer a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday, hopefully. All right, later, guys. Bye.